Today we're gonna work on your handstand, okay? Just a few basic steps to start. So a lot of people think just boom, jump in a handstand. When they show you easy step to learn handstand, is actually not that easy. It's a lot of time, a lot of work, and you have to do a lot of conditioning before. So the first step, you have to strengthen your wrist, okay? So and think about your mechanic when you walk, right? Your legs are used to hold you. So now we're gonna swap your body upside down, and we're gonna put all the pressure of your body on top of your wrist. So the first step we wanna work is like wrist conditioning. So now we're gonna pass to the next part, and the mechanic of the handstand is like, after we work on your wrist, we're gonna consider your arms. You wanna stay completely straight, right? So you wanna keep your arms straight. Like a lot of people can't hold anything straight. So I see often like people doing handstand and drop straight away because the shoulder collapse and the arms collapse. They're not strong enough. So you wanna make sure you have enough strength through your forearms, your joint, go connected to your bicep, triceps. You have to have a strong bicep, and your shoulder have to be engaged. And we need strong shoulder to hold your trap. Everything is engaged in handstand. So you have to consider, as I say, we flip your body upside down. So your legs, they're always straight, right? So consider when you do it, you have to consider the fact you're not gonna walk with your legs down. So you're not gonna start doing this and walking around. So the idea now is like to push your arm completely straight. So I really suggest to build up some strength with maybe some push-ups. And then we're gonna exercise your shoulder and your line to stay straight as much as you can, because that's going to be your handstand. The third part of the handstand, very important, is the line, because everyone, when they're going upside down, they're going straight away, they're gonna have the famous banana shape. So everyone's gonna go in handstand and stay like this. On this banana shape, we wanna try to rebalance everything straight and have a pelvic twist in to be completely straight up in a handstand. And that's the three basic start for any handstand. So if you've never done exercise, or you're quite weak, as I explained before, we have to find a way to strengthen all this part. Very two simple tips is like starting warming up your wrist with some simple exercise like rotation. So you put your hands, your palm down, and you put slight pressure. Make sure your body, it doesn't push too much, just a little bit, because it's a very gentle spot. The muscles here are quite weak. They have to get strengthened before it gets stronger. So you just put a little bit of pressure, and you try to move your finger and try to, as you can see, give all this area, like all your nerves and muscle, like some movement. So you want to get used to. Because another common mistake is like, I've seen people try to stay completely straight on the handstand with the palm open back. You have to consider when you walk, your foot is like moving. It's not walking like a static piece of iron. You want to have a relaxed, there is minimum muscle and joint and connection. As you can see, everything is moving. So the philosophy is the same in handstand. You want to relax your arms. And that's another one you can do. Same, straight up and put a little pressure. Get used to. And gradually increase the pressure until slowly you can stay straight, like in almost a push-up position, and push forward. Work on this rotation. Like imagine you're like a clock and you rotate anti-clock or clock, doesn't matter. You can push any angle and just do rotation, and make sure you always warm up your wrist before doing any handstand. And that's the tips number one. As I mentioned before, often I see people bending the arms, so you want to create strength. So the idea is like, start with something simple, just a simple straight arm plank, and make sure you have enough strength to hold yourself. A lot of people collapse on the shoulders, so you want to have the shoulder engaged, push it down, up, and push yourself and lean forward as much as you can. If this is going to give you a lot of strength, as you can see, my arms are completely strength, and you push it, and put pressure forward. And then you can walk a little bit and put more pressure. So the idea is like, As you can see, the shoulder pushing up and your arms is engaged. Make sure your arm is straight. If you found yourself doing this, and then reload, put less pressure, but make sure you always engage because you want to have this maximum tension straight on your arms, shoulders strong, and then you can have also some push-ups. So from this position, you start warming up, just lean forward and push it all the way up, and make sure every time you do it, you engage your shoulder and you're pushing away. So don't let yourself going down and do like half push-up, but just engage, push it, all the nice and explosive up and order and stay in that position. So you get used to put your body in a position when you're gonna have strength toward your shoulder and arms. So that's the basic start. Now for the core part, there is 2 exercises I love to do.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look.
So the idea is like, we want to work on your other position. Now here, to avoid the banana, we're gonna push your pelvic up and your core squishing down, pushing down to the floor. From here, we want to start simple. We might keep the legs a bit tucked in and get the engagement. And then we want to try to keep your legs straight from here and bring the arms straight. From here, we want to dislocate the shoulder away and bring it back and hold it without losing that part. If you found yourself bending, then maybe deload a little bit of pressure and stay. But we want to stay longer as much as we can. The second exercise we're going to do, you can put yourself down on the floor, and we're going to recreate the same philosophy. So we want to keep your foot always pointed down, keep it both together down. But now we want to try to recreate a pelvic twist in. So it's the same principle. So you want to keep, image the floor is here, you keep the floor against, but in this case we don't have it, so you have space in between. So we want to recreate this opening, and you have space to put your arms in, so you can block everything in, group it down, straight up, and from here we're gonna just lift down. So the exercise itself is gonna look like,
The enemy, look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is
it's gonna strain your shoulder. You're gonna create the mobility and increase your core strength to keep the line. So from here, we're going to do handstand. Now, as I can show you, all these 3 elements together, they're gonna work on the wall. To kick on the wall is the next step, so we need to work in something more. So just at the beginning, make sure you use your principle of 1, 2, and 3, even when you go on the wall. So you start from here, put your arms down, make sure now they're strong. Keep your arm completely straight. And from here, choose your legs when you want to jump, kick in, engage your core, and kick it up. And that's it. And now you are in your first beginning of handstand. So push it up, engage your core, tuck your shoulder as much as you can, and stay. And that is going to be the beginning of your handstand.